Buenos dias y buenas noches here from Madrid, from TechEd Live and Sapphire Now. My name is David Brutman, and I'm with the developer relations team here at SAP. The title of our session for today is What Mobile App Would You Like to Build Today? An Overview for Developers. And to answer that question, we have three esteemed colleagues here. We've got John Wargo of SAP.
Hi.
We've got Artem Radzik of Symphony Solutions and Will Powell from Keytree. Thanks for joining us, folks.
Thanks for having
We'll
us.
start with you, John. So we're all aware of the big focus SAP has on mobile. What does that mean from a mobile development perspective?
Well, because of the importance of mobile applications right now, SAP is doing a lot of things to really enable our partners and make it easier for them to build applications and bring them to market. So you're going to see an increased focus from us on creating the tools and the back-end server platform to make it easier for them to build enterprise-grade mobile applications that they can then deploy to the market and sell in the app stores.
Can you tell us more about the actual platform, what it does?
So the mobile platform consists of server components and mobile development tools that make it easy for a developer to do those enterprise backend connectivity and security and stuff that they need in their application, and then exposes this stuff to a mobile application, which then makes it easy for them to build the business logic and capabilities they need for their app. The server takes care of authentication, single sign-on, security, encryption, brokering access to backend data sources, as well as synchronization, stuff like that. So when you look at the whole picture, we take care of the important hard back-end stuff. You focus on building the client-side experience using whatever tools you're comfortable with and to make the best possible experience for your users.
So that's the platform side. What about programs to help developers get started, onboard their knowledge?
Well, and that's a great question. The most important thing our partners need is access to the tools and technologies that they need to build those applications. The mobile platforms all have their own development tools that are out there. It's our job to make the SAP tools available as well. And to that end, what we have is a 30-day trial of our software in a cloud environment, but we also offer our partners access to an Amazon Web Services instance of the platform plus developer tools. We offer a program which gives them support resources and training, access to certification of their application, and then beyond that, things like the SAP App Store and other promotional opportunities with our customers. So the wide range of things you need or a partner would need, they're all there and they're available from SAP today. Great.
So let's dive in a little bit into the technology itself.
Okay.
There's a whole debate going on in the market of hybrid or HTML5 versus native.
Mm-hmm.
Can you bring a little bit of enterprise context into that discussion? What does that mean when it comes to developing mobile apps for enterprises?
Sure, absolutely. So our customers are looking at the different application types and saying, which one should I choose? And the answer to that question is really based upon several factors. What types of capabilities do I need that application to have? Am I manipulating a large amount of data? Do I need offline access? Do I need synchronization? Or do I simply need to present content in a mobile device when the user is only online? Those things are going to drive the decision of hybrid versus native. The other thing too is skills. Our customers are saying, I might only have web development skills. Does the hybrid approach then work better for me? Well, it does from a cost and efficiency standpoint. If you have the skills to do web, that gives you more easily gives you cross-platform capabilities. You're leveraging the skills you have, and it's a great solution. So there's no easy answer. You're going to assess every application requirement against those two choices, or the third one that we're adding as well, and then and choose at that time.
Okay, and the SAP mobile platform supports both?
Actually, we support the native applications. We support hybrid web container, or the hybrid applications, and we're adding a third one with our acquisition of Cyclo. We now have the ability to take their meta application player and build applications for that as well. And then on top of that, we've added some capabilities in the latest version of SUP, which allows any mobile framework to consume services from the server using a RESTful interface. So basically, our approach is you can use whatever you want, and here's the different approaches we offer you out of the box.
What are the frameworks that we work with, partner frameworks?
Well, we have specific partners with Adobe Accelerator and Sencha around their tools because our customers told us these are the ones that are most common,
right.
And so we picked those guys first. But the services we're exposing in SUP 2.2 can support any framework. So if you want to do a Dojo application that talks to SUP, the capabilities are there. They're in the box.
Right. Thanks, John. We'll move to Artem. Would love to hear your experience developing mobile apps. You've gone through this experience that John just described.
Yes.
And you actually wrote a really nice blog on the Developer Center. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, yes. At our company, we basically had both SAP development and the mobile department at Symphony Solution, but we never combined it before. So the time we heard about SAP to buying the Sybase, we were already waiting for the product to come to market to our hands as being SAP partner to develop something. And as from the moment SAP announced this 30 days free trial, we basically were first, or maybe one of the first who applied to it. So we used all the 30 days period to play with the system. It was actually very easy. I must say we did in 1 week already employee phone book that we can deploy to Android or iPad device. What was a big momentum and also big motivation for the team to do something like a real app out of it. So we applied later as our trial was closing to the end. The SAP rollout at Amazon solution, so you can apply for Amazon, your own Amazon server, and you can use it to build apps. That's what we did.
And that's also free, isn't it?
That's also, basically.
You need to pay Amazon for the hosting, but the actual license is free.
The license is rather cheap. You pay 60 cents per hour of usage, and you, as long as you don't use the system, you just shut it down and you don't pay any cost. So it was really easy to get there, and you have pre-installed system, so you don't waste your time on customizing, installation, and you don't need to have the skills inside your company to do it. What was, for us, very good. And so we started to do our own app. Beside of technologies you mentioned, John, we also used mobile Google Web Toolkit to develop it. It's a Java framework, so you develop in Java, you debug in Java, and at the final moment you just compile into JavaScript, optimized JavaScript, so you can get an HTML5 application, which is for us was good because it follows the principle that you build it once and run everywhere. We used hybrid web container from SUP to run our applications, and basically we were capable to do an first app in about 2 months that integrates with the system and does a lot of different tricks. It was really nice to see, and we show it to SAP community also, and the partner showcase and SAP website. That was really good impression from us. So now we even puzzling with our own ideas, what we build else and what we bring to SAP App Store next year.
So you're thinking about the next ideas.
Yes.
Excellent.
Tell us a little bit about the app itself. What does it do? Which backend does it connect to?
Yeah, we do. We developed together with partners some solution for real estate flexible for the facility management, and we did an application to improve the user performance. Basically, one of the sites that actually treats all of us. It's a room reservation. On the big corporate offices, it's always a problem. So we did a mobile app that simplifies this process. Our partner has a component to import AutoCAD data and drawings into the system. So we use these drawings to show them on iPad and let user navigate through the drawings, pick the room from there, read the information, book it if they need it. To do that, everything on your iPad directly in the system, or the other option, you just picture the door label and you basically get this room in. So you are not disturbed in the middle of your meetings, but some other reservations. So we try to bring more performance to the normal user of the company who does these room reservations every day, basically. Yeah.
Great. So is it on the store? Is it about to be on the SAP store?
It's now on the SAP showcase, and we have plans with SAP to bring it to the SAP App Store by end of the year. So we are basically from the beginning of December, we go through the certification process, and we expect in about 2-3 weeks, so just before Christmases, to have it on the SAP App Store.
Okay, great.
Christmas present.
Yeah, Christmas present. So you were telling me prior to the interview, you were telling me that this wasn't the day job for the developers.
Yes,
and for yourself. Can you tell us a little bit how, from a process point of view, how was it implemented?
Well, it was not our main development, also because that was a team dedicated for partner to build SAP add-on. But it was like new technology. We always like mobile is very popular. Mobile is the next big thing actually. So people wanted to do it. So we started it as a home project that people did at evenings, after works, or sometimes even on weekend, and just to learn SUP. So that's why we played with this trial systems. We did several phone books, little apps, just to explore the technology. We also explored the hybrid web container versus native applications. we had in-house experience with this Google Web Toolkit, so we know how to develop HTML5 apps. So it was, at one moment we got this all from all the sides, momentum, and it seemed for us to very easy, and we proved it's very easy to build an application. So people get motivated even more to do it. And we had a little team of 3 who went on their own alone in free time to build it. And after 2 months of not investing even the everyday time in it, we come up with something very thrilled for us. Yeah, so
that's great. That's great to hear. Will, so you guys at Keytree, you work with customers on a regular basis on mobile development, prototyping, and you also develop packaged apps to post on the store. Tell us a little bit about the process of working with customers to identify the requirements, to create the concept, to build the app.
Sure. Well, I mean, we take the kind of what the customer is trying to do as the kind of the paramount thing, and kind of building on what Jonathan was saying, we have all the kind of the security, authentication, the connecting to the server that we can rely on, which means that we can then concentrate on that experience. And at Keytree, we actually have a very large number of designers and UX. It's kind of odd because we have about a 50-50 split of designers and developers. So we can really get that user experience and that kind of the look and feel of how it's going to be, because that makes the difference from something that's an app to something that's going to be really useful. And then the kind of the development is really easy because we can select whether we want to do it HTML5 or native, depending on what that requirement is. We can make the decisions, and all of that support and those kind of services underneath are there, and we don't have to kind of worry about them. We can say, this is what we can deliver, and this is how it's going to look and how it's going to work. And so that's kind of where our focus is. And then using the SAP mobile platform, we can kind of deliver that experience in the best way possible, really.
Right. So can you give us an example of specific process you've gone through with a customer of identifying requirements and building that sort of conceptual apps?
Sure. Well, for Transport for London, we started on an application to do with timesheet management and being able to interface that into their back-end systems, so that people didn't have to go to their computer to start their web forms and things. They could just do it on the go, kind of as they're going through the processes in the day.
Which workers, which type of workers are we talking about?
We were using the SAP mobile platform.
No, I'm saying which type of users was this intended for?
This is intended for employees within
the
Transport for London.
Transportation Authority.
Yeah,
right.
so it's they operate all of the underground system and all of the
tube.
transport. Yes, absolutely. And so it was really quick to get up and running with the SAP mobile platform and get connected. So then we could start interfacing and say, this is what users are going to expect, and kind of make it around that experience. So it's really quick for them to get in and kind of complete the task. And then, I mean, kind of once we've deployed it, we actually went native with that, which was a choice that was really easy because we could. That was the kind of the device that was targeted, and we kind of released an app to them, and they've tried it, etc., and kind of gone through that whole process very quickly because we can get up and running so fast.
How was the interaction with the customer? Did you design it? How many iterations did you have? Things like that.
I mean, for proof of concept, I mean, it's very few iterations because we've got the design and the development of the UX first. There's a very clear understanding of what it's going to look like and how it's going to function before the development has even started almost, and then delivery of it is quite straightforward because it's what was shown already.
Right. So it's not the world of wireframes that we used to work with years back, drawing wireframes, showing it to the customer, getting feedback, but you actually build a UI, show it to the customer, get sort of approval.
It's so quick to take it from concept through to the actual application that whole process is, they can actually experience it rather than just see an image and say, take our word for it, this is how it's going to work. They can actually get in and kind of get into the application itself.
Right. So, and you also develop apps that you're planning to post on the store.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, we've developed an application that's kind of a suite of applications actually within one app. So it can take care of all of the common tasks that a user would need to do within your business. So all of your HR, your time reports, expenses, all of that can be done within one app. And it's actually on the Apple Store now. It's being certified by SAP this week. And you can download it. It's called People Unwired. And that uses the SAP mobile platform. It's a HTML5 based app. And it's brilliantly quick to get up and running and connected into the relevant systems to make that possible, so that people can use it on the go to interact with their business and kind of see exactly what the information they need to know about their employment or expenses or timesheets or anything kind of HR related.
Right. So back to the question before, why did you choose HTML5 for people and Wired?
I mean, that application was it was responsive design, so it's kind of, it can scale up to all of the different platforms, and it was really about getting that cross-platform nature, because it's focused around the idea of the BYD, and people want to use their iPad, they want to use their mobile, iPhone, Android, and
They
getting that
basically want to
cross-platform.
support as many devices as you can as a packaged app.
Absolutely.
That's a good decision. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks, Will. So before we close, Artem, maybe you can recommend developers that are out there, they want to start just like you a few months ago. You know, what should they do basically? What's the next steps for them?
Sure, I can. It's very easy. Go to SCN community. In mobile sections, you can get a free trial of Amazon, not the Amazon server. It's like 1 day to subscribe and it's set up and get your system running. There is again from the SCN website, you can get tutorials. There's even YouTube videos how to do the simple app, so you can follow it. You can build this app like Phonebook or something very easily, just watching a YouTube video, which is very easy. And then basically that's it. You have already a system in place. You have your first application built, and now it's up to your imagination what would be the next app that you build. It's very easy steps to get.
Yeah. Thank you. And the URL is developers.sap.com. Thank you, Artem. Thank you, John. Thank you, Will. And thank you very much for watching us here from the show floor in Madrid. Have a great day.
Yeah.